गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
जगतराज जगतराज जगतराज
Let's go!
जगतराज जगतराज जगतराज
Let's go!
जगतराज Jagatraj, Jagatraj, Jagatraj. Jagatraj, Jagatraj, Jagatraj,
Let's go!
Jagatraj, Jagatraj, Jagatraj. Jagatraj, Jagatraj, Jagatraj.
Let's go!
Jagatraj, 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 Jagatraj. Jagatraj, Jagatraj, Jagatraj.
Let's go!
Raj, Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj. Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj,
Let's go.
Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj. Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj.
Let's go.
Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj. Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj, Jagat Raj.
Let's go.
someone about 150 screaming in. Oh, that'll be a bit of a help. Big roar from the crowd here, capacity crowd, 32,000 people. And South Africa open their account.
Bit of fortune to go with it there. Inside edge, Dippenaar looking to get it down to third man. It's a fairly foolish delivery. He'll count himself very unlucky on this sort of pitch to get out in that fashion. Fortunately, the hero out of the Durban innings, he has to leave. But Dippenaar gone for one. South Africa now 3 for 1.
Herschel Gibbs has arrived, taking guard. Nathan Bracken has struck in his first over. Gibbs, very experienced these days, 185 games, average a little bit lower than what it should be for someone of his ability, but he has got 1500s. That's an important stat to remember. Graham Smith, if they get off, there might be a chance. That's good. That's 4. Inside edge, not far away from the stumps, and he'll take that. Down the track and just over the top of Michael Clark, and that's 4.
Well, it wasn't going to take too much longer. Herschel Gibbs, 13 from 14 right now. And that strike rate's going to have to be somewhere up 100. He's got to keep it going right up there.
Gone again. And 4 more back-to-back boundaries for Gibbs. It's a good shot from Herschel Gibbs. He's got that away beautifully, nice and flat for 6. So there's a 6 off the first ball of the over. Brett Lee is bowling some pretty tidy pace, 145.5 k's per hour, and Gibbs is looking to play some strokes. Nice position for that. And into the stand on the short boundary.
Right, so 47 for 1. Gibbs on 24 of 25. Smith gets it away. That'll go to the boundary for 4 as well. That's well played. Right. Now we need the South African captain to come to the party. He's got 20 of 12, so he's going pretty well. They just need to keep these boundaries coming. Oh, that's a magnificent shot. It's gone through the fingers there of the shot, the close fieldsman. It was hit so well, it's gone to the boundary for 4. 57 for 1. That's well played. That's beautifully played. Steered to the boundary for 4. Well played. That's the area he loves. Don't pitch it up without a deep mid-wicket. Smith's going well because he'll dispatch it in that area. He's got it away. That's 4. Take that. Short delivery. And it got the treatment it deserved. Oh, well played. That's 4. Left-handers love you to pitch it outside that leg stump without a fine leg. They only allowed 1 back on that side. They've 1 back on each side. They've got a third man, and their man on the leg side is dead square.
Well, we'll keep an eye on what the comparison was after 10 overs, after 50 and after 20. South Africa ahead at the moment.
Oh, good shot. He's hit that one over the top. Bouncing away down to the boundary. Well, he knew exactly what was needed this over. It's spoiled it a bit for Lewis. 89 for 1. Straight down the ground, and it's beaten him. It's 4. Well, there's the boundary for this over. That's 7 off the over.
25 runs ahead at this stage, South Africa. For Gibbs, just 46 deliveries. Brilliant. Muscled to bring up 50. Well played, Graham Smith. That's a fine reply. And a deserving applause from his home crowd. Well played, 4 runs. Very good placement. to full toss. He's edged it and he's got himself another boundary. Goodness me, this is quite remarkable. 4 runs, beautifully played. That is a very good shot indeed. That's what they need to do. It's a situation where a few balls are bowled, the pressure builds up, they need a boundary, they look for it and they get it. Well played, 145 for 1. It's a good shot. 1 bounce 4, opened the blade perfectly for Herschel Gibbs. He didn't move, he knew that was going. That's a fine stroke. He's hit that beautifully and that's gone. A long way back for half a dozen. Not 5 rows, not 10, not 20, more than that. Almost right out the ground. Way, way back. Simons bowled the slower ball. Smith waited for it. And bang. There he goes again. And he's too big a man not to get it out of the park. Graham Smith is going to play an innings which will be equal to Ricky Ponting's. 85 or 50 deliveries. Here we go. I think it's fasten your seatbelts, Tom.
Yes, it sure is. It's such a great pitch. You can hit through it with all confidence. And up here on the high fault, ball travels a long way.
Mix. DJ Ashi's Mix.
There he goes again. More runs. Stand and deliver. That's a home run over third base.
Brilliant strike from Herschel Gibbs. That's not all that short off the front foot. He's eyeing out that area.
Like that. More runs. Gilchrist has got to stand up to the stumps. He will not do it, and his bowlers have paid the penalty. He's got to get up because they're using their feet to get out there. They're creating a different length. They've got to pull them back. Look where Herschel Gibbs is. He's right out of his crease. Don't know what they're doing. They're not thinking clearly, the Aussies. And you can understand why. There's pressure from the South African batsman.
The crowd's not happy. It's again Ponting having a chat to Lewis.
There he goes again. He's selected his area, and that's on the offside. As much as Ricky Ponting puts it through mid-wicket, so Herschel Gibbs puts it through cover. Here we go again. That's the arrow he said he was going for. You can't protect it up in the ring because he just goes up and over. You've got to make sure that it's in the block hole, otherwise you pay big time. That's down to third man. That's 4 more. What an over this has been. 242 for 2.
In the air, and he's dropped it. this time it's the other way round. Could Bracken have dropped the cup, so to speak? Listen to the cheers in the background.
Well, full toss miss hit straight to him, as easy as you can get in these kind of games.
If you were Gibbs, you'd have to walk down and say it to him, wouldn't you?
You better believe it.
You'd have to have gone down there and said it to him. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Straight down the ground. And that seriously relieves the pressure. 253 for 2. Right, well, there it is. Callis, Kemp, Boucher. All very capable.
DJ Ashi's Mix.
Okay, here we go. Smith on strike. An enormous total to chase down. And he's got someone about 150 screaming in. Oh, that'll be a bit of a help. Big roar from the crowd here. Capacity crowd, 32,000 people. And South Africa open their account. Chopped it on. Lost a wicket early. Nathan Bracken did the business in Durban, and he started by getting Dippenaar today.
Bit of fortune to go with it there. Inside edge. Dippenaar looking to get it down to third man. It's a fairly foolish delivery. And he'll count himself very unlucky on this sort of pitch to get up.
Chopped it on. Lost a wicket early. Nathan Bracken did the business in Durban, and he started by getting Dippenaar today.
Bit of fortune to go with it there. Inside edge. Dippenaar looking to get it down to third man. It's a fairly foolish delivery. And he'll count himself very unlucky on this sort of pitch to get out in that fashion. Fortunately, the hero out of the Durban innings, he has to leave. But Dippenaar gone for one. South Africa now 3 for 1.
Herschel Gibbs has arrived, taking guard. Nathan Bracken has struck in his first over. Gibbs, very experienced these days, 185 games, average a little bit lower than what it should be for someone of his ability, but he has got 1500s. That's an important stat to remember. Graham Smith, if they get off, there might be a chance. That's good.
Words exchange between Yuvraj and Flintoff. Won't it bother you, Raj, if I was you? Crawled into his final over.
That's away and 4. Driving on the up.
Beautiful shot from Gibbs.
Inside edge. Not far away from the stumps. And he'll take that. Down the track and just over the top of Michael Clark, and that's 4.
Well, it wasn't going to take too much longer. Herschel Gibbs, 13 from 14 right now. And that strike rate's going to have to be somewhere up 100. He's got to keep it going right up there.
Gone again. And 4 more back-to-back boundaries for Gibbs. It's a good shot from Herschel Gibbs. He's got that away beautifully, nice and flat for 6. So there's a 6 off the first ball of the over. Bradley is bowling some pretty tidy pace, 145.5 k's per hour, and Gibbs is looking to play some strokes. Nice position for that. And into the stand on the short boundary.
Right, so 47 for 1. Gibbs.
Joga atrás, joga atrás, joga atrás.
Let's go!
Joga atrás, joga atrás, joga
Let's go! It's a good try. One bounce four. Opened the blade perfectly. Herschel Gibbs. He didn't move. He knew that was going. That's a fine stroke. He's hit that beautifully, and that's gone. A long way back for half a dozen. Not 5 rows, not 10, not 20. More than that. Almost right out the ground. Way, way back.
Joga atrás, joga atrás, joga atrás,
Let's go!
joga atrás, joga atrás, joga atrás. Jagatraj, 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 Jagatraj.
Thank you.